Hey there, good morning and welcome to the vlog. So today I thought I would take you along for my day and also kind of do a little behind the scenes, kind of showing what my day looks like as a blogger. And I thought that this video would be fun because it seems like from some recent comments, because I did start out here on YouTube many years ago, and then my life has kind of gone other directions over the past like 5 to 6 years, that it would be kind of like helpful to show like the behind the scenes on what I do now and kind of what my days look like. So if you have watched me previously, or maybe if you're just hopping in and want to see what bloggers do every day, I started out on YouTube like way over a decade ago, and then as kind of the landscape changed, you started having to do all the things. Then during the pandemic, I opened up my Amazon storefront, and that really started to kind of be my main focus for a number of years. Then through just changes on Amazon and that sort of thing, I started focusing on offsite in addition to my storefront, and I really started focusing on that point on my blogs. So I run a number of blogs. One of the blogs is under the same name as the channel that you're watching right now, but really over the past 2 years my main focus has been one of the other blogs that is travel focused and has a really travel intent audience over there. But I do those things with the help of VAs in multiple places and still do my Amazon storefront, the blogs, and all those sorts of things. So today is kind of like season changeover. As you can see, I'm wearing my Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo shirt for Halloween, but this is the week of Halloween, so I'm getting ready to pull all of those Halloween items off my racks, and I'll just kind of take you along for my day as I do that. And what that means is all of my Halloween live streams, I live stream for a few companies in addition to creating content on my own Amazon storefront. All of those Halloween live streams are done. So we're done with all of the Halloween stuff. So I can pull all of the Halloween stuff off the racks. I also have a whole list of fall items that we're not going to be using in any upcoming live streams or content. So I'm going to pull all of that off and put it into storage in case it gets recalled at some point in the future. So this is kind of a new facet that I started a little bit over a year ago, where I do what's kind of called UGC, where I make videos, photos, and also live stream for companies, and that actually goes out onto their pages, and it never even goes onto my social. I've also got to go through and start doing kind of my kind of foundation photos, so you'll come along for that. I'm going to be showing some items today from Quince, so thank you to them for sending me some fall lineup items. I'm going to be hopefully filming all of that as much as possible, photos, videos, and all of that base content to go over on the blog, and then also do a couple shorts and things like that too. So that's the goal for today. And then yesterday, in case you're kind of wondering about the rhythm of my week, so today's Tuesday. Yesterday was a day where I'm pretty much on the computer the whole day long. I finished up publishing a blog in the morning that the layout was already set. Basically, I just had to add some more photos, fine tune it, and hit publish. So I did that in the morning, and then Monday is usually always the day that I record voiceovers to send to my video editor. So videos like this, I probably won't send to the video editor because it's just clips in my day and I can put those together on my own. But when I do voiceover videos, I send him all what's called the B-roll, and I send him the voiceover, and then he works on putting all of that together, processes it throughout the week, so that way it frees me up to do other things like get all the photo content, write the blogs, and all those sorts of things. So today's the season changeover day. Lots of photos, lots of vertical video today is what I'm going to be working on. And then just to kind of like snapshot the like end of my week, tomorrow I have a couple meetings, so I have like video calls, and I'll probably try to finish up some writing. And then on Thursday and Friday, they're always my days to start getting like my strategy laid out, what the videos for the following week are going to be that need voiceovers, start working on any scripts, start getting any outlines for blogs kind of done. And typically across all the blogs, I try to publish 2 to 3 blogs a week, which may not sound like a lot, or if you're a blogger, you're like, that's a lot. So it's what I try to do, and obviously each week varies. It just depends on how long they are, how in depth they are, and all those sorts of things. I gotta get started on the season changeover, so come along for my day as a blogger, and you can kind of see the behind the scenes of what we have to do to get everything kind of prepped for all of the content we're making for our blogs, and then the social media to support. So this is my office, and yes, it is indeed a mess. That's what we're gonna try to fix today. So there's a lot of things here that you can see, like the Halloween stuff. So we're gonna be moving everything off this rack because I need to use this for photos and videos today. And clearing through items that can just get folded and put in this bin down here. So this is completely empty, and I'm going to put all the off-season stuff in there. That's Penguin's bed. And then I already have stuff pulled down here that they said that they're not going to use in some upcoming live streams, so I know I can store all of that and just hold it in case it needs to get recalled. And then I'll start moving off-season stuff off of this rack, and that's kind of like this is my like main things in play. This is kind of the backstop that may get recalled, and then I have additional storage over there as well too. So that's kind of how I have everything organized, but I will start pulling out everything that I'm not going to be needing coming up and get that down in the garage here. And then just see if there's anything that needs to get totally kind of weeded out. And then I have stuff that's come in down here in these boxes that I need to go through and either get put on the racks or, you know, into the shoe bin if it's shoes and that sort of thing. So that's the big thing I'm going to be working on today. And then I will, after this rack's cleared off, be working on, I have a list of items that need to get photos and videos done today. And that is for probably only vertical video today. Okay, I got the majority of the items that may get recalled to be put in a kind of late fall, early winter live stream here. So some of those may be in the November. I've got items that I'm going to be working with over the next couple weeks here. And then parts of this I need to get weeded out just a little bit. But I got this rack empty so that way I can roll it into the other room to start getting the photos and videos done with this rack for the current items. I'm going to take a quick break after I get the rack in the room kind of mainly set up in there. I have a call with LTK that's just a class at 10 o'clock, so I'm going to do that real quick. And you can see today is like a lot of like busy work. And I think that's the other thing that a lot of people don't understand, like creators, like we still have video calls that we have to do. Last week I had a call with TikTok. It did not go well. I am not into TikTok for whatever reason. I don't know. It's not my thing. I like the blogs. I like the writing. I like the longer form. But for the quick, like short videos, I do a little bit because I have to on YouTube. Like today I'm literally filming vertical videos for Reels and it will go everywhere. But I just prefer the longer form content. I'm just a long form. That's how I think, I guess. But so anyway, I have it's just a master class with LTK talking about fall and fashion and all those fun things. And so that'll just be like 45 minutes. So I'll go in and set up the room after the class and then get going. Hopefully it'll start getting a little bit brighter outside. It's still pretty overcast here, which is actually the main thing that I'm constantly working against, is especially in the fall and winter, it's like very gray here. So I have like a lot of extra lights just to try to brighten things up. And I do a lot of editing and Lightroom to try to brighten things up after I take the photos and videos as well too. So this is the rack area they're gonna set up, and I like filming and taking photos in this area because there's this big bank of windows, which once it gets a little bit brighter outside, it's usually pretty bright in here. It's really overcast this morning, so I'm hoping the sun comes up. But I'm going to use this rack. I just use it to kind of showcase items that I'm not wearing yet. And then I have a rug that I put down on the floor where I take flatlays, which is just basically the clothing laid out flat. And then finally, if I have enough time, I wear all the clothing, try it on, and that one is filmed facing that direction, so that way I have the light from the windows directly on. So that's what I'll do very last in the afternoon, because hopefully it'll be at its brightest. So we'll see, fingers crossed. So I'm gonna take a break to go do the LTK call, just check on my email and send a quick email to my video editor. And then I'm gonna try to get as much done this morning before I take a quick lunch break, and then come back and hopefully finish everything that I need to do in the afternoon. But I do try to vacuum before I do, you know, flat lays and rack filming and just like kind of clothing filming in here. So those are the main days that the room gets vacuumed, because our robot vacuum is on different levels of the house and not up here. So I do still like manually vacuum everything up here, but I try to just time it to do it right before I'm going to be doing like a filming and photo day. So that way it's just been vacuumed right before. So there's one of your behind the scenes trade secrets there. So just to show you the difference in the lighting, because obviously it's blown out behind me because the light's coming and like kind of pushing it towards the camera, but whenever you turn and you go this way, much better lighting whenever you have this big bank of windows right behind. So that's why primarily if you go to my storefront, obviously I try to film and do videos when I'm out other places also, but why probably 80% of my photos and videos have this as a backdrop or one other area in my house that has bright windows but not this bright, it's because this bright bank of windows is basically unduplicatable with lights. There's nothing quite as good as natural light. Also, this is my trusty assistant down here underneath the desk. He's helping me get work done. Okay, I just wrapped up the call, so I'm gonna finish setting up the room. It's still not any brighter outside, but that's okay. I'm gonna just keep setting everything up and we'll just take whatever we can today. And then also, just to mention, if you didn't know about like storefronts and how they work, I have an Amazon storefront, I have an LTK storefront. I will link both of those down below. And they kind of exist outside of the social media kind of atmosphere, and it's a really good place to go if you follow a creator. Like, just go to their storefronts, because generally everything that they're wearing, everything that they're showing usually always ends up on their storefronts. So it's just a really good ecosystem for you to be able to find things quickly, like if they've just like filmed a quick bit or whatever, or they shared a collage and you're trying to get back to it. Just a quick tip, go to their storefronts, and a lot of creators these days have one or the other or both, Amazon storefront and LTK storefront. I also work with a company that we do our like Amazon links through called PostTap. I could do a storefront through them, but I don't, because I just kind of default to my Amazon storefront. But it's just a good like kind of grouping where to find all of those items in one place. So I have all the main elements in here kind of laid out, and I'll kind of push them to one side and share some of the items I'm going to be working with today. But let me show you what my setup kind of looks like, so you can literally see how simple it is, but this is what helps me create content, other than the camera, of course. So here are the main pieces that I have to use a lot as an Amazon live streamer, a blogger that creates content around fashion, and also just kind of content creator that's creating content for vertical videos and that sort of thing. So this rack has been invaluable. I use this a ton. I have a couple different rolling racks, but this one has 2 different levels, which is great to kind of space things out and showcase them. I got this table a really long time ago from at home, and I use this table literally every day. So you can see that my tripod's on there, and this table has been amazing. Like, as a creator, a little table like this that can move around to like just set up different areas in the house is so much easier for me than like a really gigantic tripod. So then obviously that tripod I can use with my phone, and I have one attached to the camera that I'm filming with right now also, but they're those little like portable travel tripods, so they're really easy to maneuver and bring all around the house or, you know, resort or wherever I'm at. And then I do have this rug. This is just a photo rug, so I don't leave this down in our floor all the time. Obviously we don't have wood floors in here anyways, but I do have wood floors downstairs. I can take this back and forth. The reason why I don't leave it down is because it's just literally a backdrop literally for photos. So I actually don't want people walking on it. So this is kind of my setup that I will set up. It's quick, it's easy. I can pull it over here out of my office and be set up in just a few minutes. So I'm going to start pulling the clothing out, and I'll show you some of the things I'm going to be using today. So I have multiple items to go through today, and the first items up are these Quince items. So I'm gonna have some videos coming up where I'm gonna share try-ons of all these. Today my goal is just basically do the rack and the flat lays, and then try-ons I'll film a different day. So they've been one of the companies I've been excited to work with, so thanks to them for sending me all these items, and I've been doing a couple of campaigns with them. Primarily I'm gonna focus on getting photos today for the blog, but I thought I would just give you a sneak peek of what's going to be on the blog. And these are all fall and winter items, and the really cool thing about Quince is that they have kind of like elevated items. So if you look at their, I can't show their tagline without showing my address, but if you look at the tagline here, it is inexpensive, expensive things. So they have things. They have items that are durable, higher quality, nice materials, but not a super high price. So it's been really great working with them, because it's just kind of a different facet than some of the items that I do that are a little bit more fast fashion, and like items that you're buying for just like a trip to Disney, where you're looking for different types of items and materials, whereas this is like really durable items. And they also have handbags, which if you've come over from one of my really old channels, you know that I love handbags and accessories too. So let me open all of this up. I will share what I'm going to be using for flat lays. So we're doing these Quince items today, some Amazon items. I'm starting to work on holiday flat lays today. All of the Christmas items are getting ready to be out right around the corner. And then also a couple of Disney outfits is what I'm hoping to get through today, rack and flat lay photos. So first of all, I got these really cute jeans. They're this gray kind of wash. I have a trip coming up to Chicago in November, so I'm planning on wearing all of these Quince items whenever I go on that trip. I got a couple really warm sweaters, and these are really popular right now. In fact, not the LTK call I was on today, but the one I was on last week, said that this was one of their top search terms for fall was Mongolian cashmere sweaters. So Quince has a lot of really, really pretty. I love this color. This is the first time seeing this color in person. Really pretty Mongolian cashmere sweaters. And this is the Batwing sweater that I got. It's a little bit oversized. And this one's a large, extra large, but you can see that it comes oversized, so I'm really going to be interested to see that one on. And then I also got a more fitted V-neck Mongolian cashmere sweater. So they have a really big line of cashmere in tons of different colors. So if you love these kinds of soft and durable types of items, they have a really big kind of line for that. So I got this in this really pretty purple. So these are some more of the outfits I'm planning on wearing in Chicago when I go there. And then I also wanted to try out, because this summer I tried out dresses and shorts, I wanted to try out their pants. So I tried just a pair of their classic black pants to try here. And these are stretchy. It's actually got a stretchy top. So it's a professional material. This would be perfect for the office. But a really nice durable material. So that's nice. And that'll go really nice with the sweaters as well too. And then, always super excited when I get to try out new handbags and accessories. I got this little wallet, and they even come with these dust bags. And this is in this kind of tan cognac color. So what color do they call this? The purse and the wallet are the same. I'll do full reviews of all these. This is not a review today. This is just a sneak peek. So I'm just showing you, literally this is the beginning of the process right now when I'm opening everything and grouping it together and grouping things in outfits and all of that. This is kind of the main day where I would get things for the blog. And then as I'm wearing it and, you know, wearing it out, getting more photos, that's really when you normally, I think, would see more on either social media or YouTube. So you're getting like a behind the scenes today. And then this last one, I've already opened this to take a peek at it. It's really cute. I like their dust bags. This is the larger version of the smaller bag, like this woven one that I tried over the summer. And I've been using that one pretty much exclusively. And this one has the long strap and then a shoulder strap as well too. So I will get this all open and the strap set up so I can use this in the flat lay photos today as well too. But I really love the color. And I'm loving this kind of woven material. It's actually really nice and soft, but it's been really durable as well too. So I got those two items, and then these should be the same too. So again, I will do like standalone videos on trying all this stuff on. That's not what I'm doing today. But I will also do a review video of the wallet and the bag, because a lot of people were interested in seeing the smaller one. So then I will show a comparison of this larger one with the smaller one and show how the other one's held up as well too. With basically daily use, it still looks really, really good. So that is my little mini haul in the middle of the video here. I'm going to clean up this mess, get all the clothing started laid out and grouped together over there, and then get going on some photos before lunch, and then hopefully it'll just keep getting brighter and brighter in here. So here's an example of one of the flat lays, but actually this is just like a preliminary because it does have the lines from shipping through. I'm going to have to get the steamer out and steam everything, so I'm just trying to do test fits right now. And this is seriously why even just doing flat lays takes 3 to 4 hours, because you're just adjusting, taking some test photos, adjusting some more, So it does take a lot more time than it looks like. I have to be honest, this batwing sweater is really hard to get a good like flat position for it. So I'm gonna steam everything and see if I can find some different angles to take these from. So I'm gonna grab lunch real quick. I tried to answer some emails and do some computer work real quick, and I'm gonna take a quick lunch break, and then when I get back, I'm gonna start trying to do the rack videos. And then in the afternoons, I pick up Natalie from school, so I've only got a couple of hours to get things done, but I'm just gonna try to get as much done as possible, and then I'll probably try to do on all the try-on stuff later in the week, but at least this is a good start. Also, if you want to see some of the Halloween decor that I have out, here is the mantle with the Halloween sign and the countdown over here. And then I just have like this entryway done up as well too, and that's basically about all I did this year. Well, there's some stuff I showed at the beginning in the kitchen. I've got runners and placemats and some mugs and stuff out, but that's basically all I did this year, was just this little area behind me, the entryway, and then just some, you know, kind of little bits here in the kitchen, and that was the extent of my holiday decorating for Halloween. Also, this was so quick, I didn't even know that this was going to be in this video, but I got some of these items. I already had a number of these items that I shared on the blog, but they went ahead and they sent me some more of these items, so I will do a video upcoming on how I use this active cleaning products around the house. But this was actually the new thing that I really wanted to try. They're seal and surface wipes, and I have not tried these yet before, and so I'm really interested to see how these work on the appliances, so I'll let you know how this goes. So those things were in that box, and then in this one, it is just the last little bit of holiday sweaters and things for taking photos. So these will go on this week's content calendar to get flat lays and rack photos and all that kind of stuff for these two sweaters and everything in this box. Go take this guy for a walk. All right, go front door, bud. So these all steamed out really nicely, so I'm going to start getting everything configured to do all of the videos that are going to be on the rack, and then just try to get as much finished up in the next 30 minutes or so, because the kids are going to be home from school soon, and I got to go run and pick Natalie up. So I really like these rack posts because you can show a lot of stuff at one time, and so basically one of the things that I do is I just set things on the rack. It's also nice because I can do this when I'm not done up myself, and so I'm off camera when I'm doing it, so it's kind of nice to be able to show a number of items grouped together. It's great for capsule wardrobes, and so this is a great way to film. So I'm going to do all the rack shots with the Quince stuff. I don't think I'm going to get to the Amazon stuff today just because I'm starting to run out of time, but I will move whatever I don't get done today to tomorrow, and I think I can get all the Quince items on the rack today. So I'm filming in vertical right now, which is actually what I'm going to use, but just so you guys can see what the full presentation looks like, it's such a great way to show a number of items all grouped together. Okay, I'm doing quick try-on so I can get some photos and videos over here on my camera, so it's all in vertical, and I'm going to get some horizontal photos for the blog, so that way people can see the fit and they give all the sizing and everything. But here is the first Quince outfit, and again I will do a whole nother video later about the fall items that I picked, but you guys are just getting a sneak peek today. Here's outfit 2, and I'm actually going to switch and put the black pants on with this batwing sweater, but I love this batwing sweater. I'm going to be wearing this so much. Okay, so this is exactly why I do these test fit days and why it takes like the better part of a day. So I've been working on this for about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, and I've completely rearranged the items. I've come up with a secondary outfit for these jeans. I have this black blazer, and then I have a white Quince tee that I'm going to be making another outfit, and this is another brand. This is from Amazon. And so I also had picked out specifically to go with these outfits, picked these slides out to specifically go with these outfits, and then once the stuff was here, I was like, I like the shoes, but I don't know if I like it with these outfits. I was like, I just want something pointy and a little sparkly, so I grabbed these shoes that I got to go with some fun outfits last year, and then I also had these that I got during the holidays, and I put these on, and I liked these so much better with both of these outfits. So that just kind of shows you like how it evolves as it goes along. So I'm gonna lay the rug out, try to get a couple more flat lays, and then I think it's gonna be time. I haven't checked my clock, but I think I only have like 15 minutes left at this point before I have to change gears and go into mom mode and go. Isabella will be home, and then I gotta go pick up Natalie from school. So I'm gonna try to get one more outfit in here though. Last outfit, a variation of the day. So I just added a kind of flowy blazer with a Quince tee underneath. I thought it was V-neck, but it's actually scoop. And then a long necklace. I put the sparkly shoes on, and like totally like this like flowy blazer with these kind of wide leg jeans is definitely an outfit that I would wear like on an airport day when I'm flying to Chicago, because it's super comfortable. It has an extra layer to keep you warm, and you're stylish. And when you get off the plane, you don't have to worry about changing or doing anything like that. So I seriously may make this my airport outfit on the way to Chicago. So I will keep you posted. So hopefully you enjoyed coming along to see some of what I do during my day as a blogger and Amazon creator. And my days are kind of mixed. Like some days look like today where it's just heavy, like opening new things, putting outfits together, trying to get content out of them, putting outfits together to try them on before trips. So I do this whole process before I go on a trip, so I know what the outfits look like and what items I want to pair together and basically what to pack. And so it's one part that, and then the other part is either communicating with people that are helping me out, my VAs that help me process everything, or doing the actual writing for the blogs. And I think kind of when I was like doing vlogs, like most recently, but it was a long time ago, I kind of was showing the writing part, but that's not very exciting because it's just me sitting at the computer typing away and like the occasional meeting, and that's what those days are. So hopefully this has been a little bit more interesting to see the behind the scenes of today. And as always, you can always check out what I am working on my Amazon storefront. It's under Being Mommy with Style, and over at LTK, also Being Mommy with Style. They kind of have the behind the scenes of what's going on both of the blogs. And of course, you can always go straight to beingmommywithstyle.com to check out what's going on over there. And also, if you're interested in planning a trip to Disney, all of our Disney content has moved over to Moms with Mouse Ears, and it's keeping me quite busy. So I hope you guys enjoy coming along for my day today. I'm going to try to do a couple flat lays and then get all this cleaned up because I have to go, you know, pick up kids, and then it'll be dinner, and we've got to run around to activities tonight, so it's going to be a busy evening. No time to film, but this is what my day looked like as a blogger. And I will be popping back in with some more videos with updates. I can do more videos like this if you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about Raptive, let me know. And I will be sharing a dedicated review of the purse that I got because it's the larger size, and I'll show it compared to the smaller size and how that's working out for me. So thanks so much for watching today, and have a great day.